Welcome to Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation, the show that would like to remind you you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs.
You're the worst.
Fuck.
Why do we wait a half an hour for that?
How long in that half an hour were you thinking of that?
I just came out with that just now. Just
Omu
this
puns the whole time.
Yeah. Welcome. This is our very 27th episode. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have you here. Audience, these jerks, they're mean to me, but you appreciate me, don't you, chat?
It's just all hate in the chat. Everyone's like, no, get lost, you suck.
Oh man. So yeah, we should let's rip through it today quick, because if you're watching this live, you know that we are behind as a result of some time malfunctions on the part of the previous occupants of this dungeon. So we should get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's just real quick introduce our characters, and then we've got one more day till we get to Omu, and then the real shit begins. Elf, tell us about your character.
My character is Ishi Snaggletooth, the level 5 Battlemaster Fighter / level 1 Rogue. She's real good and stabby and a kobold.
Very stabby, exceedingly stabby these days. I was redoing the overlays, and I was thinking, God, if you get to level 3 Rogue, your title is going to be very long. Level 5 Battlemaster Fighter, level 3, whatever. Are you gonna keep leveling Rogue, or you think you're gonna?
I think I'm gonna keep leveling Rogue. Yeah.
I do 5-3.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Magnifique. Everybody else is just playing the one class. Over on the opposite side, over here, it's Blue Jay. Blue Jay, tell us about Arcturus Vuvaxa.
You can say my name now, and I like that. Arcturus is a level 6 Triton Tempest cleric. He is now going to multi-class into as many different classes as possible, just so that my description can be longer than you choose.
Nice.
Cleric, druid, barbarian, fighter, wizard.
You know, you joke, but in earlier editions of Dungeons and Dragons, playing a fighter mage cleric or a fighter thief mage, like if you've ever played any of the like Eye of the Beholder games or like Curse of the Azerbans, like all that shit, it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be all the classes. And in fact,
if you're playing a solo Baldur's Gate run, you need to play a mage fighter or mage fighter thief.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And in fact, to that point, if you were playing a really early version of D&D, to be allowed to become a bard, for example, you had to level up a bunch of other classes first to qualify. Bard was more like a prestige class.
Huh.
Interesting tidbits from the history of Dungeons and
And
Dragons.
now they're just nothing.
Haha, take that, bards.
Wow.
Take that.
Nobody loves a bard.
Well, we don't have any bards in the party, but we do have a sorcerer. Dave, tell us about your character.
Malik 6 sorcerer dragon bloodline fire. Go.
Nuked.
Good.
Did it. Fantastic. Alignment, fire. Damage type, fire. Everything else, fire.
Yeah.
Eye color fire.
And then coming to us from a random location, rolled on a table, it's Andrew as Little Fox.
Yeah, Little Fox is a 6th level violence type Pokemon.
Violence / dinosaur type. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. She's a barbarian. She's a furbolg. She is Ishi's best friend.
I would love to invite anyone who is this particular type of nerd to go ahead and just speculate about what all of the other characters are if they were Pokemon. Please. That would be good for me.
I
mean, water type for Arcturus.
Well, water
Yeah,
and thunder though, right? Thunder's a
Water
type.
and thunder
Yeah,
type.
water and thunder.
Yeah, water thunder type.
Malik is
Can't
a
work
fire
out.
type.
I can't work out.
Fire
man.
dragon
Too
type.
difficult.
Fire now. See, Malik's got an evolution path ahead of him. Right now, he's just fire type, but his final form is definitely fire dragon type. Yeah, Ishi started as dragon normal, dragon violence type.
She's like what's the one that's a fish that later turns into a big sea
Wow,
monster?
you just got Magikarp.
Magikarp. I'm not a Magikarp.
I'm a
Chat, so I've told this story before a long time ago on my channel. I had this conversation with someone once where I was like, if I was a Pokemon, what type would I be? And before I even finished the sentence, they were like normal type, and I was like, oh, it hurts.
Oh,
It
the
hurts so
pain.
bad. I am not a Bidoof. That is a harsh burn. All right,
You are.
You're a bit of a Bidoof.
you're the Bidoof. Get out of here. All right. I've suffered slings and arrows long enough. You are some short walk away from the forbidden city of Omu, wherein dwells the dark necromancer Rasen C, whose sigil is the purple triangle and who's responsible for at least some significant percentage of the undead wandering around in this grim peninsula.
He didn't get much of a marketing budget, did he? His symbol's a purple triangle, like it's not.
Yeah, like he went on Fiverr and just was like, I don't know, like an
It's
inverted
design
blue.
me a thing.
I mean, he also needed something that could be pasted up on foreheads simply. Like we're not talking about. I mean, I guess the Nike swoosh is just a little like check mark.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He needs a better advertising agency. Is what
I don't
it
know,
is.
Adam. Could you draw a perfectly accurate Nike swoosh?
No.
Freehand?
No,
I don't know if you
I
could.
really couldn't. Yeah.
I don't think you could do it.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. He knows his internal graphics design department is not
He
great.
got it done for
Yeah.
exposure. Is the problem? Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't want to spoil it, but yeah, the second last boss is Rasensi's graphic designer. You have to defeat him first.
Yeah.
He's very obtuse.
No, he's already died of exposure, actually. He's already been defeated.
Just a body.
So
okay.
much for a short pre-time.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
that's fine.
lead this party
Let's do the thing. So
party bus. to
this
Oma.
may well be because of the high speed movement rate of the party now. This may well be the last wilderness wandering until you decide to leave Omu. So let's see how the weather is today. Let's
That's
get
presuming that we do leave Omu ever.
yes,
again.
yeah. I mean, you could leave Omu for the grave.
Eventually, our corpses will be raised by the necromancer and
That's
sent back out
right.
into the
Yeah,
jungle.
there you go. And then we leave Omu.
There's,
Yeah.
there's hope.
Yeah.
Are we going to finally encounter the first D? We have seen the second D already, but now the first D,
We'll see.
a dungeon.
Oh, also, I owe you experience for
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
the
You go-
Tyranno zombie.
Pay what you owe,
Are we resting?
because we get to rest now.
Yes,
right?
because it's the end of the day. Yeah, there was no more
Cool.
other encounters that day. So let me find how much I owe you.
How much do you owe me? I have 42 hit points. If I wouldn't have rolled, I would have more than 42 hit points. Why am I like this?
Yeah, but you also would not have experienced the amazingness of
Exactly what I
rolling.
asked. Like when you did it, I think I said those words.
Why
As
are
it
you
goes.
like this,
Mhm.
Blue
Yes.
Jay?
Okay.
Which I rolled too.
Why you
Uh,
like that?
I think everyone had an eye roll.
Let's see. Okay. So we got that much, and then we add.
I rolled everything for my character, so like not rolling now would be.
I know it's a.
That only works for Ishi, though.
Yeah, well, I'm a sub. If we can we roll to see if Azaka loves me?
No, there's no rules for love. We talked about this already.
Okay, if I roll a
Dungeons
1.
and Dragons doesn't care about love.
If I roll a 1 on this die, she
Okay.
doesn't love you.
If you roll a 1, she doesn't love me. Are
Only
you, gonna
you
roll
have a
D1
4, a
if
5.
I-
Oh
Fucking dick! You rolled a
no! What
D1.
are we gonna do? It's random. You can't argue with the dice.
Okay, it's a
That's how it
D1.
goes.
No, that's
Thank
not.
you,
There's
I-
only
yes,
one possible.
I
Yes.
love the
I mean,
idea.
I rolled it.
I love
Alright.
the idea of a physical
8.
D1.
So everybody gets 1,038 experience.
The amazing thing about a D1 is that you can roll. It can have any number of sides as long as they all have 1 on it. So it's any shape.
Yeah, it's a
Kinda chuck it.
non-Euclidean.
1,038.
Yeah, sorry.
1038. Yeah.
Oh
1,038.
man, I'm at 15559.
If you manage to get to 77,777 experience, you unlock a cool bonus ability.
I want that.
Well,
Can I have it?
let's work on it. I like how automod. This is just for folks who are not pursuing this. Automod just tried to block someone from saying it's a Mobius strip because it was sexual content.
It's stripped
Ah.
in it.
Automod gets
Strip.
turned on by the idea of infinity.
I wonder how much certain streamers that we know who have strip in their name get.
Yeah,
Automod.
can mod it out.
Yeah.
All right, so you have your experience. You rest after the battle with the enormous Tyrannosaurus, and
we eat some crappy goo
mhm,
so
mhm.
don't mark off rations.
the next day is rainy,
Lovely.
and you set out on your adventure.
Onward.
So, is there a blessing of Astitia today?
Yeah, I was just switching up my spells. But let's bless this mess.
Okay.
Ooh, Astitia
Alright, so
is
7.
also agreeing that Azaka will never love me.
This is the part of the adventure where instead of going to Omu, you just get lost for several sessions.
Yeah, we just clear every single hex around Omu. Like I just can't hit it.
Inadvertently. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll roll this.
If we miss it hard enough, we can go to the land of ash and smoke, which seems like a fun place.
I want to go to the mountain with the dragon in it.
Not right away, you don't.
I also want to go to a mountain with a dragon in it, but IRL.
There it is. Okay, so we'll use the first one. Okay. And alright. Oh, very nice. Okay, so you do have an encounter today.
Okay.
Can I get a D20 roll from someone?
Sure.
Doesn't
I'm
matter
gonna do
who.
it again. I want a dragon. Fuck.
Okay, Elf was the first one in.
I
so
win.
You do. You win. You have the highest personal initiative.
I was too busy yelling.
Is it a handsome cyclops, Adam? Do we get
Uh,
a handsome cyclops?
Is it another
Okay,
T-Rex?
so I'm gonna have to justify this. This is the 4 halflings in the 4th level of the dungeon situation. So that morning you set out into the jungle, distant from any source of water that might be around you, and you trek out towards Omu, knowing that soon the Forbidden City will lie in your path. And I think a few hours in, you push through the brush, and you find sitting before you in the jungle a perfect, like fresh out of the artisan's workshop canoe
What?
with 6 paddles, just sitting as though someone purchased it, set it here, and then disappeared.
What?
Just sitting out in the jungle. So you see this canoe.
This seems a lot like a trap to me. There's no good reason for this to be here otherwise.
Is it better than our canoe? I look at the one
Well,
that
we
little
had to
foxes-
leave
You
the
ditched it. You're not dragging your
Okay,
canoe
we
around.
ditched it.
Oh, we
Because
did.
when we
Oh, because the
flew,
flying, right?
normally we would be carrying a canoe around
Yeah.
like a bunch of
Painted
idiots.
painted on the side of the canoe is a beautiful azure and sky blue scene of waves. There is someone there's a figure riding atop a glistening dolphin. It is a well-muscled man with long blonde hair shining in the sun, holding a battle axe aloft as he rides his dolphin across the waves. This is painted on the side of the boat.
I wonder if the Lathander guy got here before us. This looks like something that he would, but there's no river.
This boat has never been used before. It is like clear. It's never like there's no marks from the bottom of the river. There's no scraping from it being dragged. It's just
Perhaps there is
sitting
a
gently
planar
here.
portal nearby.
I poke it with a stick.
Okay, it clunks gently when you do.
Well, it's actually there. So
Little Fox
I mean,
just like shoulders past you and says like, "Boat's ugly," and then is like checking out, where we're going to next. She's not interested in this
Yeah,
boat.
are we just like
It's too
forging-
tacky.
It's a boat, like forge on away from boat.
Wave goodbye to boat.
well, perhaps we should mark where this is for when we have to. Well, if we leave Omu, or just leave, and Little Fox is like walking farther away, like, or we just leave it. And then I like run after.
Okay, and big picture, stepping outside of character for a
Yeah.
moment, I'm thinking we're gonna walk back this way, and like maybe we'll hit this river again, but it's gonna be a
It's
long
a
walk.
long walk. Yeah.
I hope
So
it does the Skyrim thing where we like go in there and then when we leave, there's a cave exit that we didn't find before.
Yeah,
you drop
there's, like, a secret
down
door.
10 feet, and then you just can't climb back up for some reason. It's a frictionless wall, and then you go out, and you're standing right next to Port Nyanzaru, like it's a sewer
Oh,
exit.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a sewer. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Extremely
I guess we-
contrived.
very pretty painted boat behind.
Okay. All right. So you continue on your way.
and this is the line of travel.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah, and you'll get there at the end of today. And that's
Sweet.
That's great.
Or will we?
So yeah, unless you're lost. So the afternoon goes by, passes into evening. The sun begins to dip behind the horizon, and all of you have a passive perception of 12 or higher, right?
Yeah.
long.
No, okay, Malik, you're the
No.
only one who doesn't. Maybe you've got a bit of a cold. You all smell a stench of decay on the air. This just horrible, like rotting meat smell. And it's wafting your way on the wet breeze.
Let me guess. Smells coming from where we're going, huh?
I mean, you could stop and try to figure out what direction that's coming from. It's being blown on the wind. But yeah.
I don't smell anything.
Can I
What is it?
like a perception
Yeah,
check?
make a perception check, totally.
Yeah.
Sniffing the air. Oh yeah, got a 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 19 passive, so.
Yeah, exactly. You're very perceptive. It's wafting down from the north, so you're coming kind of like across the path.
Mm.
I don't think it's coming from Omu. Or where I think Omu is, anyway.
I mean, we've run into plenty of decaying creatures on this path. Perhaps it is more of them. They can't all be confined to the city. Maybe they are scouts. Perhaps we should hide.
Something that smells that bad, it might be another big thing, like the dinosaur. That was... I don't want to do that again.
Oh, poor Ishi. I would prefer to avoid it as well. Should we attempt to go around the creators of this stench?
Well, I mean, if it's coming from that way, and we're going that way, we should be okay.
Yeah, so if you wanna avoid it, yeah, you can either like stop and see if it passes, in which case you're gonna be delayed getting to Omu, or you can hustle. You can put the speed on and try to put it behind you before whatever it is gets closer to you.
Although, our luck being what it is, if we were to try and just continue onward, we might have foes at our front and our back.
Bring them on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe speak for your own luck. Mine's fine. I think we can just pass it by. I'm not interested in.
You can probably keep moving, I think.
Yeah, so we'll hustle on then.
Yeah.
That seems to be
Yeah.
the majority vote. Okay.
Everybody just make because now you've gone from like walking to jogging, and you're carrying all your gear and it's wet and stuff.
a con-
Yeah, everybody make a con save. Just say DC 10.
Boom. So con.
Mhm.
Many con.
We are all very
We're good.
fortitudinous.
Hell yeah, you are.
Yep.
Okay, great. So you jog on, leaving the stench behind you, and as promised, oops, I want to delete Omu. As promised, that evening you arrive at the forbidden city of Omu.
Done.
I've got like a whole other map and handouts, and like this is the beginning of chapter 3. So
Chapter
let's
2 was really long.
let's take a look at the city of Omu. So I'm gonna need
Wait,
to...
what signaled chapter 2?
It was the end of when you left. What's this called? Mesru. Or
Okay,
sorry, no, not Mesru. Mbala and Orlunga. Like that's the
Right,
beginning.
right. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the evening cutscene of your arrival. Sorry, I just have to drag you there because I've got all these other maps.
All good.
So we'll take a trip to Firefinger first, and then let's see.
Malik has a shudder for some reason.
And a real quick trip to the wreck of the Star Goddess. And then off to Omu. Okay, so as usual, folks in chat, you're going to get to see my version of the map of Omu. So there's little bits and pieces here that the players maybe don't have access to. So watch your spoils. I'm going to drag the players over here, and then I'll put tokens on the map. Y'all will probably end up just seeing darkness for the first few seconds while I grab your tokens. All right. And grab the tokens. and then we'll get to go and take a look at Omu. So I also have a handout version of this if you want to see it like independently and move it around yourself.
Yeah, we see the whole thing.
Okay, good, perfect.
Yeah, it's not dark enough.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so welcome to Omu. We'll use Ishi as our indicator of where the party is. You are down here.
Okay.
Because you were approaching from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
And you can see the scale there on the map. And I'll give you your handout version of it as well, so you can.
All right, new plan. Go swim in lava.
Yeah, there's a huge lava map. So there you go. There's the full map that you can use and pop open yourselves. And I have, of course, some box text that I can read you about Omu. Let me just find it.
Give us that sweet, sweet box text.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the Forgotten City of Omu, as you can see, it's in a deep, like a crevasse, basically. So the jungle parts to reveal a dead city enclosed by sheer cliffs. Ruined buildings and stone boulevards rise like ghosts from the floor of the misty basin. Colorful birds glide overhead. A waterfall pours into the basin, creating a swollen river that floods much of the city before draining into a deep rift filled with molten lava. A ruined palace lies a few hundred feet from the edge of the steaming abyss. The cliffs here are like 150 feet, just like drop off. There's thick jungle all around the edges of the cliffs, ferns, orchids, everything is covered in moss. And I think from here you can see that there is aerial life clinging to the cliff sides in places, above and beyond all the birds, but it's at quite a distance. The city itself is thousands of feet. I had to do the math on how long a mile is. From top to bottom, the city is 2,550 feet, give or take, from north to south.
Half a mile.
Yeah, about half a mile by about a third of a mile, something like that. Yeah, and as you can imagine, like the sulfurous smell of the lava and the boiling clouds of steam that pour continuously from it take up much of that part of the city. So,
and Adam is this the palace you were referring to?
Yes, that is the palace to which I was referring. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. There's several other exciting things throughout the ruins, but yeah, so that's how it goes. We seem to have lost Malik, so now everybody's all out of order. Thanks, Dave. That's okay. We'll wait for him to come back.
Who am I now?
You're Ishi. Arcturus.
Okay, so
Arcturus and Little Fox have been swapped now. So Little Fox, you're.
I think we should duel a dragon for its treasure. That's my plan.
Elf, I guess you're Malik now.
Okay,
I know several dragons.
I don't say anything. I just look at.
No, now I'm Ishi. Okay, hell on. Now I'm Ishi. Little Fox, you're Little Fox again. All right.
Oh, I'm Arcturus again.
Yeah,
Dang.
now you're Arcturus. Okay, you know what? So the whole overlay is just totally janky now. So we'll throw it a break. We'll take a break here. We'll give Dave 5 minutes to come back, and then we will go and visit. We'll go and visit Omu. Stick around, everybody. We will be right back.